Thank you for listening to the History of Algeria podcast. Please check back every Monday at noon Pacific time for a new episode. Also available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Check us out at www.eatsmyownbeat.com. Welcome back to the History of Algeria podcast. This is episode number 4, Aterian. Now, just as a preface for this episode, I got a little off track. We should be going back and starting from the beginning. So from now on, the episodes will be in order, and I will go back and add the appropriate order episodes into the appropriate order as I go along. We're going to start with the prehistory, and this is the Aterian. The Aterian is a Middle Stone Age or Middle Paleolithic stone tool industry centered in North Africa, from Mauritania to Egypt, but also possibly found in Oman and the Tar Desert. The earliest Aterian dates to circa 150,000 years ago, the site of Ifri na Amar in Morocco. However, most of the early dates cluster around the beginning of the last interglacial, around 150,000 to 130,000 years ago, when the environment of North Africa began to ameliorate. The Aterian disappeared around 20,000 years ago. The Aterian is primarily distinguished through the presence of tangled or pre-dunculated tools and is named after the type of site of Berer el Ater, south of Tabressa. Bifacially worked, leaf-shaped tools are also common artifact types in the Aterian assemblages, and are raclors and lavalos, flakes and cores. Items of personal adornment, pierced and orched Nassarius shell beads, are known from the least one Aterian site within an age of 82,000 years. The Aterian is one of the oldest examples of a regional technological diversification, evidencing significant differentiation to older stone tool industries in the area, frequently described as Mousterian. The appropriateness of this term, Mousterian, is contested in the North African context, however. Thank you for listening to episode number 4 of the History of Algeria podcast. If you like this podcast, please consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you for listening to the History of Algeria podcast. Please check back every Monday at noon Pacific time for a new episode. Also available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Check us out at www.eatsmyownbeat.com.